Hi, everybody. How are you? This is our FSRC call for this week, Saturday, and I'm excited, March 16th, to come to you. And I took me a little while to figure it out on my laptop because I didn't want to hold my phone all day, the whole time. So I thought I would figure it out on my laptop. So that's a little tricky, but now I'm proud of myself for doing it. So just wanted to come to you and tell you that TupperRIngo Bingo is so much fun. You've got to try it. You've got to go after it. You've got to have fun with it. And it's best if you partner up. You don't have to because there are a lot of people that run TupperRIngo Bingo without partnering up and without working as pairs. But I found that there is power in pairs. Okay, I find that when you work together, it's more success and less work. And so that's why I would consider working it out with a partner and partnering up, better together, as we always say at Champion, but and Tupperware, period. But working it out. I am going to actually send you an outline. And I also am going to post here my bingo for my hostesses. And so I know you're seeing it backwards because I didn't change it. Are you seeing it backwards? I don't know if you are or not. I can read your post though. So if you guys have questions, go ahead and throw them up there. But my outline, what I want to do is kind of go through the outline. The purpose of the entire event is it's really a recruiting event, but every party is, right? So really what I want to share with you is the entire idea is partnering together, bringing people in because they will come for a bingo when I'm always having great success when we have any kind of events, always, of course, right? No, not so much. Sometimes you have these events and people just don't come. And so what I get a ton of people and people love TupperRIngo Bingo. I'm actually going to post some pictures in the comments later so you can see how full the room is and gives you some inspiration to get it started and and get behind the idea of maybe working as a team. Again, I say you don't have to. You could, in fact, I've done bingo parties in homes like mine. Okay, like a party only it's a bingo in a house. So it's a bingo Tupperware party, and so you can do it that way. It's also in getting these started. They start out small, and you cannot expect the very first one to have 80 people at it, like we had 2 nights ago at Champion. You're not going to have your first one like that, but you are going to have them like that if you stick with it. The key is always have your next date set. And so when you find a hall or you find a location where you're going to do the TupperRIngo bingos, you want to make sure that you schedule 2 instead of 1 because the first one is going to almost be like a test run. It's almost like an announcement of this is so cool. And then the next one becomes the true thing. Um, the energy level, the excitement of Tupperware Bingo, and the fun of the word TupperRIngo Bingo makes it all fun. So you're going to love it when you get it rolling and get it started. How would you like to have not one party, but maybe 4 parties in one night? How would you like to have not only your party, but 3 of your consultants having a party that night? And you're able to do the demonstration and help them recruit. How would you like to have the success of throwing in a bingo at the beginning of the month to really get a good strong March going, and then throwing one at the end of the month to really close up your March and make sure you make goals? How would you like that? You can run a bingo every time there's a deadline. So in other words, like last week, our bingo was so successful because we had the deadline of the sales special ending. And so it's easy to run a bingo in the very first 2 weeks of the month because of the deadline where you have the tear off page ending. Then it's easy to run a bingo in the last week of the month because you have the deadline of the flyer ending. So deadlines really help bingos become successful. That's one of the reasons Tupperware does deadlines, to help us be successful, to help us close our parties. Now, when you set up a TupperRIngo bingo, you're going to set it up like any other Tupperware party. You're going to put party plan a host. You're going to encourage her to over and buy. You're going to encourage her. Now, at our events, we have them bring food for their table. And so it's fun, but it depends on the venue that you have. So if you're doing this in a hotel, you're not always able to do that. But if you do it like in a church hall or you do it in a rec center, a lot of times they can bring food for their table. And so I will tell you that our TupperRIngo Bingo is our party planning. And this sheet of our tic-tac-toe is our party planning. And so on here, they get a tic-tac-toe. They get to earn a box if they have 3 guests in attendance. They also achieve $275 in sales before the party. They get a box earned. You and your consultant create a Facebook event, and you add your friends, out of towners, that can call orders in or order online. And another box is hold datings, have a dating and waiting before the TupperRIngo bingo, and have that dating to be an in-home party, an office party, or a studio party for champion. Then the middle one, which is always the best one, right, is join my team, $30 down, and for a fun bingo night, at fun bingo nights like this. And the next one is RSVP with guest count before the day of the party. Oh, that's important, right? We need to know who's coming. Collect 5 orders before the party, and from friends that can't attend, and bring snacks in Tupperware to share. We always got to share those snacks because Pam gets hungry. No. And then the last one is register your party with the Tupper Connect. And so giving them awesome tic-tac-toe to fill out. And I didn't put on here what they win for the tic-tac-toe except a gift. So you get to judge what gift that's going to be. And I love to always give them the challenge to do the full thing. And if they do the whole thing, then they get bonus gifts. So in my success, I have used this with the spice shakers, and they earn a spice shaker for every tic-tac-toe they get. And so if they get 1, they get 1 spice shaker. If they get 2, they get 2. 3, they get 3. And 4, they get 4. And so, you can get play with that and let them earn as many spice shakers. The reason I do spice shakers is because people want multiples. They don't want just 1 spice shaker. They want lots of spice shakers. And even if they buy a set of spice shakers, they still want more spice shakers. Who can ever have enough spice shakers, right? You need a lot of spice shakers. And so I always had success with that because, they can buy them, but it's more fun to get them free. And so there's that theory. And so obviously if they do a complete cover, then you can give them maybe a bonus set or a bonus 2 or something like that. But making sure you're party planning and not just be expecting people to show up and it's going to be magical and you're not going to have to worry about party planning. That's not going to happen. You always party plan, just like you do a regular party. The hostess has a party planning pack. She's got her order form. She's got her catalog. She's got her current flyer. You open up a Tupper Connect, and so you can put the party together. And outside people can still place orders even though they can't attend. And you want to make sure that you encourage her to have 3 people in attendance because you want somebody to date a party with, okay? Because without people in the seats, it's kind of hard to date without cheeks in the seats. You need cheeks in the seats to date Tupperware parties. And that being said, I will tell you, Tupperware parties breed, the Tupperware bingo party breeds Tupperware bingo parties, all right? These bingo parties have more bingo parties dated into the next one or the next one. And at Champion now, we're doing 2 a month. And so the next one is March the 27th, and then the next one's April the 11th, and then the next one is April 24th. So we always know when they're going to be, not too far in advance. You don't share that with your customer because you always want her in the next one, but so it's easier for you. Now, I also share something with you. This is the perfect place to bring those people that say, oh, can I just do a book party? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and collect your order forms. We have 2 dates that you can turn them in, and you bring them to the studio, or you say you bring them to the hall or wherever. And in Columbus, I say you bring them into the Hilton Garden Inn. We're there. You can bring your orders with you in the event we have a bingo scheduled wherever you're at. You say bring them that night, and so that way they get to see a demo. You get to visit with them. It's easier to date a Tupperware party with people in the seats, and it is easier to recruit somebody when they're with you and they see the success of others around you. And that's why I like to do these in pairs and groups, because when you do them in groups, you help each other. Not that you are going over and talking to Barbara Ann's person and trying to recruit Barbara Ann's person for Barbara Ann. It's just you're being in the room successful with your host. She's with her host. Connie's with her host. Sherry's with her host. And all of these people are looking around thinking, this is working. These people are doing this. And that helps you recruit, and that helps you date Tupperware parties. It's just creating the atmosphere, okay? And so our outline. Now I'm going to send you the outline so that you can have ideas on how to get it started. And I want to go through it kind of quickly with you because it is very simple, but you need a system. So you need to create your own system, but this is my system and I'm going to share it with you and you're allowed to have it. You're allowed to adopt it and run with it, okay? So what we do is we sell raffle tickets, more things to win. And you can have cereal bowls wrapped up as a raffle gift. You can have, a set of tumblers. You can have a set of Wonder bowls, whatever you want to give away as a raffle. Remember, you're collecting the money for that. And so usually that doesn't cost you anything to do the raffles because you're collecting the money by selling the raffle tickets. Now, the raffle tickets, you sell them for what works in your area. There's some areas that raffle tickets sell like crazy and other areas where it's a little slower sell. I believe our raffle last week was like $180. And then our 50-50 was like $140. And so that was plenty enough money to bring in to help me pay for the room, where we're at our studio, but help me to pay for all the product we were giving away. And so if you're in a hotel room, you want to try to break even because these raffle tickets are being sold in the products, that they're giving away. We also have 50-50, and then we have a slip at the door that's kind of like a find the queen slip, and that is a way for you to look for the hostess that's bringing the mostest outside orders, or you can just do a spell up. And I do a spell up sometimes too, where I have them all, all our hostess, please stand. We want to thank you. Yay. Thank you for being one of our hostesses. And you are the reason why we get to have a friend night. Okay. So we want to thank you for creating the opportunity for us to have a friend night, because if I'm not your friend already, I hope I am before you leave tonight. And I know you're here with your friends. And so it's an official friend night. And so we thank our hostess, and we're looking then for the hostess with the most outside orders. And I would simply say, if you brought outside orders, we want you to stay standing because we're going to count you down and see who our lucky host is with the most outside orders. And so if you brought $25 or more, stay standing. $50 or more, stay standing. $100 or more, stay standing. $200 or more, stay standing. Oh my goodness, congratulations. 250, 275, 300. Oh my word, you are amazing. You should join our team. 315, 350. Oh my goodness, congratulations. So your party sells, and our number one is your name and whatever her name is. And then I say, okay, from this moment on, we need to recognize her and honor her as Queen Victoria or Queen Connie or whatever her name is. And so every night tonight, all her friends over there, you need to call her Queen Amanda all night long. And so you really create that fun where they're teasing her and they're having fun at the party and recognizing her as the queen. Why? Because you want somebody in that room to want to be queen next month because it was so fun and they just love that attention. And people do love attention, by the way. If you don't know that, you need to know that. Hostesses love attention. People love attention, and you give it to them because when you give them attention, it helps you date Tupperware parties. All right. All right. So we have her now as our queen, and that is the beginning of our evening. But that's why we have the queen slip at the door. All right. And the other thing is the guest slip at the door. Now, the guest slip is like a door prize slip that you use at your party. So easy peasy. You probably already have your own style. And it's fun to have a guest slip at the door so you can kind of critique what happened that night that they really liked, and also find out what would stop them from ever trying out our business. And that's on your guest slip. And here's one of our guest slips, and I'll be posting this for you. And I'm going to post these in a PDF, but also a Word document so you can change anything. So I'll post it as a picture in a Word document so you can download it and change it the way you want to recreate it for you. All right. And take off the word champion. Okay. The other thing is I want to share with you is when you start your bingo, you need to get everybody excited. But before the bingo starts, the Salesforce members, the team, the people the consultants have already gone through and given everybody their invitation, of course, going through their invitation and giving them their free cards. Now, they get their cards free. You do not buy the cards because that's not legal. Okay, we can't sell the cards. But they get their cards free and they earn them. And they get a blue card for attending. And you're going to get this in the outline, and it'll also be on one of the invitations. And the invitation, you can take and tweak it to make it for you, or you can just recreate it from the ideas. All right. And so they're going to get a blue card for attending. They get a blue card for bringing a guest. They get a blue card for bringing a snack and Tupperware to share. And then, I'm sorry, those were all orange cards. And then they get an orange card because the orange cards play for gadgets and the blue cards play for Tupperware tickets to get Tupperware. All right, so they get a blue card if they're our host, and they get a blue card if they have 3 guests over 18, and they get a blue card for every $50 in outside orders they brought to the party with them. And so that host that I did the spell up on that had $318 is already starting out playing TupperRIngo Bingo with her orange card for coming and probably an orange card for bringing food and Tupperware. And she's already got 6 blue cards, all right? So the entire night, I'm going to try to get them to want to have earn blue cards. So I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to reward them with blue cards and get them to get those blue cards because the blue cards play for Tupperware tickets. Now the Tupperware tickets are going to, as they collect them, they get to go dump them during the break or before we have our drawings in a bowl that sits in front of the gift of the big Tupperware that they're going to win. Now you can have a whole bunch of little pieces of Tupperware they can keep winning. But we found it more efficient if we took like Wonderlier bowl sets and wrapped it in clear cellophane and put a bow on it, or we took a season serve, or we took last week we had a cold cut the large keeper, the round keeper, along with the snack store, along with, I think it was a junior season serve, kind of stacked up together, and a shrunk wrap with a bow on it. So you have 5 gifts like that are Tupperware nice gifts that people would love to win. And that's why they want to have a blue card so they can win those tickets. Because they win those tickets, they get 3 tickets every time they win a tic-tac-toe on a bingo on a blue card. They get 3 tickets, and those tickets go into whatever they want to win. And so they can put them all in one bowl, or they can spread it out over all of them, whatever they choose to do. And it's traditionally was called the Chinese auction, but I don't know if that's really politically correct. And so we'll call it the auction, okay? The ticket auction, all right? And so they can hopefully have their name pulled out at the end of our TupperRIngo Bingo, all right? Now the orange cards are going to win game gifts. So all the Tupperware reps bring their game gifts, sit them in the center of the table in a Tupperware bowl. Because we sell Tupperware and not baskets, right? So they put them in a Tupperware bowl in the center of their table, and when anybody wins on the orange card, they have to grab the bowl and find their gadget they want to take. Now, you can have all the same gadgets, you can have a mix of gadgets, whatever you want to do, because that's your job to decide how you're going to run it. And then it gets better, because we are going to have the bingo round start in just a minute. Now, everybody's got their cards, and so I'm going to be on stage, and I'm going to say, or this is with you. Hi, everybody. Welcome tonight. We're so excited you came to our TupperRIngo Bingo, and the night is catered to you to have a good time. We wanted to create an event where you can come and have fun, see the latest and greatest in Tupperware, do our Try Me stations, and also, over and above all that fun, you'll have the opportunity to get in on the very best deals going on in Tupperware this week, because we have some good ones going on this week, and you always say that, okay? Always. This is the week to have a Tupperware party. Yay, all right? And then you go on into the outline and the flow of the outline. And the flow of the outline is I welcome everybody. I let them know is that during the evening tonight, we're going to be moving very quickly. We're going to have a lot of fun going on. You're going to see some great demos. You're going to play some Tupperware. You're going bingo. You're going to win Tupperware. You're going to win gadgets, and you're going to have chances to win all night long, because that's what we love to do. And so to get it started, I'd love to do our first round of bingo, and that is our early bird bingo. And you've got to be here early to get in on the first round of bingo. So thank you for being an early bird and being here on time. And I start that first round of bingo. And as I get ready to start that bingo, I say, oh, I forgot to tell you, we have 2 special words. Anytime you hear these 2 special words from the microphone or from our speaker, you need to make sure you're the very first person at your table to raise your hand, because when you raise your hand and you're first, you're going to get a bonus ticket, and that bonus ticket is for our free and opportunity drawing, because those are our 2 key words that you're going to hear that means so much to us, because we love free and we love opportunity. And every time you hear the F word or the O word, you want to make sure you're first to raise your hand and get your ticket, because that's going to get you in a drawing for this lovely piece of Tupperware. And you show them what the free and opportunity gift is going to be that night and the drawing. So it entices them to listen and not talk, so they can be the first one to raise their hand when they hear the word free and opportunity. And trust me, guys, you're going to say it a million times without even trying to say it. But right then, I always say, so you never want to miss the opportunity to get something free. And they're like, I go, good job. You got it. You got it. And you just play with that. And they all laugh and they are having a good time. And, you know, they're with their friends and you're having a good time on stage. And I just want to remind you, if the Tupperware lady ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. So you've got to have a good time on that stage. You got to have a good time on that as the presenter that night. Okay. Whether you're in somebody's home or if you're you've got a room full of people. All right. The next thing you want to do then is you want to go ahead and do that first round of bingo. And so you start calling out bingo and you say B11, chicken legs, B11. And I will share with you that if you've never been to bingo before, you might want to go to a bingo, because they say the corniest things and you need to say corny things because it entertains people, okay? And you can say B15, that's a good fighter jet. B12, oh, that's a great vitamin. And so whatever you're saying, I30, I'm not 30, but I like saying it, okay? And so you just want to have fun with all these silly things that just entertains people when you're calling off the numbers. And you got to remember, bingo, you got them in the door for bingo, so you have to play bingo. But gosh, you're not making money playing bingo, so you want to go through it fast. And what I do and what we do at Champion is we have lots of winners during bingo. And so when somebody says, screams, I love Tupperware, oh, by the way, I tell them, you cannot win by saying bingo. You have to say, I love Tupperware. And when you say, I love Tupperware, then we'll let you have our Tupperware, okay? You can win it. But you don't love Tupperware, then you need to go play bingo somewhere, all right? And it's just silly. And we play and tease them with that. And of course, they then learn to yell, I love Tupperware. If somebody says bingo, we're like, what? You know, where's bingo? All right. And to win, you say, I love Tupperware. And they catch on to that really quick. And so there'll be lots of people saying, I love Tupperware, I love Tupperware, I love Tupperware when you call a number. And you want, like, honestly, you want a 1/4 of the room to win before you stop that round of bingo, because they're winning gadgets and they're winning tickets. It's cost you nothing, okay? Gadgets and tickets. And so and also when they do win the tickets, because they're on a blue card, they also get a gadget. So everybody that wins gets a gadget, but the blue cards also win the tickets, so that they can redeem them for the drawing. All right. All right. So I hope I'm not confusing you, but the fact is, this is a fun evening and a fun flow. And it's, you know, you almost have to see it to understand it. And that's why I'm doing it this way and just going through the outline, because unless you really see it, the outline doesn't say anything to you, but the experience says a lot to you. I actually have some short clips of videos. I'm going to pop into the feed here when this is all over, so you can see some short videos. I think I can put it in there. I don't know. I'm going to try to put it in there. I'm going to try to put it in there just so you can see the stage and how we do it, and the energy in the room. All right. So after we've done that, I go, oh, it's time for us to give something away. Mania, let me tell you, I absolutely love our sale this week. And before I do Corner Mania, I want to tell you about this amazing sale. And then I talked about the impression bowls and the impression tumblers and the luncheon plates, and talked about how they are 50% off that week when I was doing this. And then I said, but guess what? Right now, somebody's going to win winner's choice for a quarter. Let's do Quarter Mania right now. And then everybody was throwing their quarters in the bowl, or we had them prepaid. And this is your choice, okay? You can have them throw the quarters in the bowl and then draw out one if you have a small group. But if you have a really large group, it is best when they walk in the room that they pay $1 for their ticket, and you're going to do Quarter Mania 4 times. And that way you don't have the issue of people not throwing their quarters in and standing up and winning anyways. It's a quarter, people, but yet you still have that in a really large room, and they will, you know, and you see it happening and you're like, seriously? And yeah, whatever. So we go ahead and collect the $1 as they're coming in the door, and they get their Quarter Mania ticket, and they know that that ticket's going to give them a chance to win 4 times. If they pay $1 for it, they're going to have a chance to win 4 times. And all of my Quarter Mania gifts that I give away are like $20 or less, so that it's pretty much paid for by the people in the room. And it doesn't really cost me anything because, you know, that set of cereal bowls, we got even with our discount. So you're talking, you know, your actual cost for that would be like $10. So you're definitely, when you fill that room up full, going to make break even on this. And I want to tell you, the first bingo, you can't expect to break even on. It's your advertisement, it's your investment. It's like, I'm getting out here, I'm going to get this rolling, and you've got to go all in for that first bingo so people know what to expect. Because if you don't give pretty decent gifts for your Dollar Mania, your Quarter Mania, your raffles, and all that stuff. And we do Quarter Mania, not Dollar Mania, but you can do, you know, let's do it for $1. Throw $1 in that bowl and give something bigger away. It's up to you, but you really need to be thinking about not being cheap on that stuff, because you're going to set the stage for the next bingo where there is going to be a big crowd. And so you got to take care of these people, love these people, because if you have 10 people or 12 people or 15 people at your very first one, that could be potentially 15 parties at the next one. So that's what you got to think about. And you're investing in these people to get them to come back. All right. Okay. So after I do, I see every single time you see on here where you see where it says demo, see there, demo in Quartermania, all demos are done in order to sell the product, but that's what I use to Quartermania. So I tie everything together. I don't just pick up a cup and say, let's give it away for a quarter. That's a waste of my time because I got to tell them about that cup. These are not new. These are old, and I love these. But that is not going to make me money. I have to demo something for Quartermania that's going to make me money that everybody else in that room is going to want to buy because it's the price is right, or because the value of the product is raised in their eyes to be so awesome that they want that. Okay. And so that's how you do Quartermania. Quartermania is not a waste of your time, and Quartermania is not just giving something away free. Everything in that room is done in that room and on this outline is done on purpose to make money. All right. It's done on purpose to help either sell the product or date parties or recruit the people. All right. Okay. So then next we go into our Tupper Chef night and Tupper Chef event. And that's when we, what we do at Champion, and you guys do this how you need to do this. If you're solo and running this as a solo party, you're going to go into your cooking demo. At Champion, we do 3 cooking demos at a time, and I'll put a picture of that up. And so you can see how we have 3 people demonstrating, and then there's an MC that's going from person to person and saying, what are you making? What are you doing? Show us what your recipe is. And they're showing their recipe, showing their product, showing the product that they're using. And we always, always, always have them say, so tell us why you decided to sell Tupperware. And we're trying to get that MC is pulling out of them what's really working for the Tupperware business for them. And that's how you're recruiting. Okay. Don't tell them we're recruiting them, but we're recruiting them. Okay. So this is a great big recruiting event that we hide behind the word TupperRIngo bingo. Okay. And it does work. You date parties, you sell product, and you recruit people. Yay. All right. Your new sales force. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to do on this outline is after that cooking demo, after we've had everybody talk about why they joined Tupperware, what they're cooking, and it has to be quick. And that's why I do 3 demos, because I don't want, and oh, by the way, at Champion Enterprises, we do not take our measuring spoons and our saw and we measure it out and do like this. Oh, no, 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 no. Everything is all done, and we just simply pick it up. We're going to add our salt and our pepper right now, and we're going to add our can of soup, and we're going to add this. Everything's pre-measured and done, and you just dump, and use you're not there to sell the recipe. You're there to sell the product, but the recipe sells the product. Got it? You understand? And so you've got to have everything done to make it look very smooth. I want you to watch the cooking channel, and you'll see that they do not sit there and measure out their salt and everything in their little measuring spoon. Yes, I love our measuring spoons, but you don't need to sell the measuring spoons. You're there to sell the grill. Okay. You're there to sell the cookware. You're there to sell, the fridge smarts, because you're pulling the fridge smart out and talking about, look at how fresh and beautiful, Chris, my spinach is that I'm putting in this, spinach and chicken recipe or whatever. You're not there to sell measuring cups. They will sell anyways. The measuring spoons will sell anyways. You do not sit there and talk about every time you do a demonstration. You sell the pressure cooker. All right. Those are your things you're there to sell. And no, you're not selling the recipe. You're doing the recipe, but the recipe will sell the product, like you sell the product. All right. All right. So then they do their demo. and they do their iStory and their demo because the MC is pulling it out of them. And I have to tell you something else too. When you have an MC and she's helping, you have your hands free to do the recipe, and yet you get to talk. And even if you don't have a microphone that you're having to hold and everything, it's really important to have an MC, because the MC is allowed to ask questions that if you were up there just doing this, it almost sounds like you're bragging when you're talking about your Tupperware career. But if the MC is asking you questions about your Tupperware career and asking you questions about why you sell Tupperware, it is polite that you're answering, and it changes the take on it. Okay. And so it changes the room. The energy in the room is different because you were asked that question, and it's not like you're up there bragging about that question. Okay. In other words, when I get up there and I say, hey, my name is Pam Clift. I've been in Tupperware for 36 years. Today, by the way, is my Tupperware birthday. I've been in Tupperware for 36 years, and I absolutely love what I do. We've been to 32 countries, and I've had a company car for 36 years, and all of that. It almost sounds like too good to be true. Like, what? Shut up. But if I have an MC saying, so tell us how long you've been in Tupperware, and I'm like, 36 years. Today's my birthday in Tupperware. And they, why do you love it? You know what? It's been able to put my kids through college. I love it because I, had the flexibility to travel with my husband, work together. When you're married to your best friend and you get to travel the world and work together all the time, it really does become an opportunity that, you just really can't help but love it. And I'd love to share it with other people too that might be interested in starting their own business, whether or not they're looking to invest $10,000 or $20,000 or $30,000. I love sharing with them that, hey, you can get started for $39 down. And if you love it, run with it. If you don't love it, it's okay. You got a really good deal on some great product. And so see how that, when I'm getting invited to share the information, is different than me just sharing it. Because me just sharing it sounds too much and too powerful, and like, why am I writing her a check for? You don't want to do that. But asking is a whole different story. All right. So that's a little secret to trade to the secret that I think really helps us recruit at Champion. All right. And now back to our outline. After they've done the three chefs cooking, I want to tell you that next is another Quartermania. Now, how do I do Quartermania now? I might say, oh my goodness, I loved that Fridge Smart that you just demonstrated, Lori. And I saw that the spinach looked beautiful in there. You know what? I noticed that my mushrooms stay amazing in my Fridge Smart. I bet somebody in this room would love it for a quarter. Let's do it right now, Quartermania. And that's when the music jams. Oh, by the way, we always play music at our bingos because it really adds a lot of energy to the room. And the music will jam, and we'll give it away. Somebody wins a Fridge Smart for a quarter. Now, I'm going to give something away that I want people to want. And I'm going to give something away because one person wins it and everybody else is supposed to buy it, right? All right. So keep your Quartermanias to something. Now, obviously, I'm not going to give away a grill. I'm not crazy. Not unless I got a room full of 1,000 people. Then I might do a Dollar Mania on a grill because I get $1,000 and it only costs me with my discount. Yeah, that's when you do it. But that doesn't happen very often, okay? But this is awesome because Quartermania really pulls in energy, and they feel like they're winning and they're loving it. Okay. And so then after that, we've gone to another bingo, and we'll just say, oh goodness, it's time for another bingo. Clear your cards. Let's go again. And we'll do a bingo. And again, I want multiple winners, lots of winners. And then after that, we will, you can load the host, and that's always fun. Or you can simply say, have you seen the latest and greatest things that our hosts are earning? And I want everybody to look at their hosts right now and say, I want to know what you want. And so let me show you what her options are. And then you can say, we have this wonderful signature series line, or we have this wonderful heat and serve line, and you can demonstrate a little bit and talk about those. And now everybody look at your host and say, what do you want? Which one? All right. And now let me tell you how she's going to get that. And then you talk about the volume that they need to have, and two of their friends saying, I have to admit, there's so much fun. I can't wait to do this. I want to bring my friends. And when you say that, you're going to help her get her free gifts. Or I say, if everybody looks at their order form, and you can see on your order form, there's these little boxes right there. And those little boxes are special because that helps your hostess out. Now, if you look at those boxes, one of them says, this is so much fun. I cannot believe how much fun I've had tonight. I want to do this too. Okay, so it doesn't say all of that, but that's what it means when you mark the box. It means that you want to have a Tupperware party and you want to come back with all of our fun, then go ahead and mark that box on there, and it helps your hostess and it helps you because we're going to give you free stuff the next time. And then and you just play with that. Now, I will share with you, load the hostess is important because you never, ever do a Tupperware party without letting them know what the hostess is getting free and encouraging them to want to have a party because of what the hostess is getting free, because next month it'll be their turn to get free stuff, or next week, right? Do multiples of these all the time. All right. And so you load the hostess, and then we play another round of bingo, but this bingo is different. It's the Biggest Loser. All right, the Biggest Loser bingo. So you simply say, okay, it's time for another bingo, and it's the Biggest Loser bingo. So who in this room has not even stood up one time or won one time or anything, and you're sitting there feeling like, my card's a dud? Well, your card is not a dud. And here's what we're going to do. We want you to stand up with one card. If you've won nothing at all tonight, not one round of bingo, nothing, it's your turn. And so we want you to stand up, and just stand up with one card in your hand. Just pick up one of your cards. I know you got multiple cards. You're just going to pick one winner, one card, stand up, and I'm going to call off the numbers. And as I call off the numbers, if that number is on your card, then you have to sit down. But if it's not on your card, you stay standing. And if you are the last one standing, you're the biggest loser in the room. All right. All right. So we're just kidding, but we want to find you because we want to know who our biggest loser is. Because I know you're all feeling like losers right now because none of you have won yet. Now let's find out who our big loser is. So they're laughing and so forth. And then I just call B15, I30, G69, and I'm calling numbers. And as they sit down, when the last person's still standing, I look and I go, oh my goodness, you are the biggest loser in the room. You get to go to work tomorrow and say, I was the biggest loser at the Tupperware party. They're going to be like, seriously, you are a loser. No, they're not. They're going to find out you were the winner. And then I say, run on down here. You're a winner. And we give her a gift. And it's, literally a freezer container wrapped, and everything is wrapped with a bow on it. I know you're going to say, what? It takes time. It does. But it means so much because it feels like a present. And people love presents. We all love to be thankful, appreciated, and we love presents. And so we always put everything in a little clear bag with a little bow on it. I order everything on Nashville Wrap, and it's very inexpensive when you do it in big bulk because it comes out to very little money. You can put curly ribbon on it. You can put the netting on it, however you like to do it. And bows, and it's kind of like catnip for ladies. You gotta have it, okay? It's so important to do the ribbons and the bows. Okay, so next, after that Biggest Loser game, we say, okay, if you played the game at all, just stand up one more time because we want to thank you for being here. And guess what? You're not a loser at all. Everybody that just played our game, go ahead and take your gadget because you just won too. And so nobody feels like they lost it all, and everybody wins the Tupperware party, right? All right, and then we go into another Quarter Mania, which I do a demonstration of something. Last night, 2 nights ago, I did the beautiful Shirley clear bowls. I just love those. Don't you just love those? They're so pretty. And then I say, guess what, guys? It's time for you to do your shopping. And so you get to go ahead and touch any of our Tupperware we have here. Please feel free to kind of come up and look at the Tupperware, touch the Tupperware. We're going to help you work on your order form, and we're here to help you. And so as you walk around, we want you to know that if you have any questions, we're here for you, and feel free to touch that Tupperware. All right. Now I want to tell you that this night we did not, tonight on my outline, I missed it. I'm sorry. Right before this, we did our Tupperokey. Now Tupperokey is, it's like, Tupperokey sounds like karaoke, but it's a demonstrator that comes up. And so we say, okay, who are the most excited people in the room right now? If you are one of the 3 most excited people in the room, run on down here because I want somebody excited right here beside me. I need 3 people, 3 excited people right here beside me right now. And they just run up and they're like, oh, me. And I'm serious, they do. All right. And so you've got 3 people and say, okay, now we're going to play Tupperokey. So we're going to have you sing about Tupperware. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. You don't have to sing about Tupperware. That was a joke. But we are going to ask you to grab one piece of Tupperware, any piece of Tupperware you want right here. And we have them right beside the kit. And we say, grab any piece right there on that shelf. Grab any piece of Tupperware right there. So they grab a piece of Tupperware, and then we say, okay, turn around and look at the audience. Or what we want you to do is one at a time, you're going to tell them what that piece of Tupperware is. You're going to demonstrate that piece of Tupperware. And if you don't know what it is, you get to make it up. It doesn't even have to be real or accurate. You can play and make it up. And so we've had people pick up things and say, this is my fishbowl. So they just make stuff up. And we're like, yay! And it's just funny and silly. But what we do then is say, actually, we want you ladies to know what you have is part of our Tupperware kit. And you can get all of that for just joining our team. And that is the very best deal we can give you in the entire Tupperware party tonight. That's the best price because its regular retail is $350. If you're in Canada, it's different. $350 plus all the supplies to get yourself started in your own business. And you get all of that for just $39 down tonight. And we actually give you an opportunity to, I said the O word, didn't I? Oh, I'm so bad about that. And then they yell and scream and want their tickets for that. But you'll get that, a chance to actually get the balance of it. Sponsored from Tupperware, and they pay it off, and you won't owe another penny. Is that cool or what? And so Tupperoki is super fun, and it really does engage the audience because somebody's coming up there and demonstrating, and then you say, okay, we want you guys in the audience, tell us who did the best demonstration, and you act like you're gonna raise your hand above their head, and you're like, I'm kidding, you all won, and then they all get a small piece of Tupperware. The other night we gave them a water bottle. So that's how we do our TupperRIngo. And then it is the shopping time. Okay, so sorry I missed that a little bit, but the shopping time. And so the shopping time is when we literally give them, we say, okay, you've got 10 minutes to shop, and then we come back. But when we come back, we're going to play our big round. And our big round is all the B's, all the I's, and all the G's. Now you're like, what? Yes, you have to do a complete card cover, but we take away the N and the O. The N and the O spells no. We don't like no's, okay? And we're going to tell you that the best thing you can do is to think right now, would you like to come back and do this with us? Because we'd love to invite you to come back and be a host. And you can't say no, we threw it away, okay? And we're gonna play big. And it's a complete card covered, and it's for this really big gift. And I had a tower of the Bowls that I was giving away for big. And so somebody in the room would go home with the entire tower of Bowls. And this, again, is the power of working in groups, okay? Because you all come together and you bring this and you bring this, and you're all going to donate, and so that you can make this big event happen. And that is truly, that you've got to decide who you can really work with and who you can make this work with, and then go for it, because it's going to benefit all of you if you can come together and work these in areas that you live together as a group. All right. Now, the 50-50, the Tupperware raffle, and of course, however you want to do that is going to pay for a lot of this. But investing in the fact that when you're there, if you've got 3 parties, that's 3 door prizes you're not giving away. That's 3 times out of the house you don't have to go. You're only going once. And so think really out of the box. How is this going to save me money so it allows me to spend a little money to make this event something that would really, really work? Now, the biggest, one time I had 6 parties, and that was really hard to run 6 parties. And you want to take calculators and bring them for the tables, and so people can do their own order. And I know everybody has a calculator on their phone, but they don't remember that, and they don't think that. And if you put calculators out there, it looks like you're being nice. All right. So that it's easier. You might want to put tax charts, and you can print them out on the computer. And you might want to put that out there so it's easy for them to figure out their tax by looking at the chart to make it easy. So shopping time is fast. Now, I will tell you, right before they go to shopping time, I tell them, the next round is big, and you really, really, really want to play big. But I have to tell you, you can only win big on a blue card. The orange cards are done now. We don't play with the orange cards anymore. So you want a blue card. How do you get a blue card? Is you say, you know what? I love this Tupperware. I want all of this Tupperware. And if your order is over $50, you get an honorary blue card to play our big round. So work on your order. If it's over $50, you get an honorary blue card. If it's 100, you get 2. If it's 150, you get 3. If it's 200, you get 4. If it's 250, you get 5. And if it's 300, you get 6. And guess what? If it's 1,000, I deliver. No, I'm kidding. You know what? It's just a fun way to really encourage them to go ahead and up their order. If they're ordering the cookware, if they're going to get, hey, order the cookware tonight, you're going to get, and you just throw out those numbers and tease them and let them know. And when you're generous, they're generous with their order. I'm telling you, it is magic. When you are just having fun, having a good time, it's time to write up your orders. They're all sitting there and they're getting ready to write up their orders. They've got 10 minutes and you'll find it works, okay? And so then we come back together and we play the smidget game. The smidget game is magic, all right? I'm going to tell you right now, we've done the free and the opportunity. They've won their tickets, and now we give the free and opportunity ticket away before the smidget game. That's important because when you're doing the smidget game, you don't want to interrupt it with the free and opportunity tickets, okay? And so now we're going to do the free and opportunity drawing and say thank you for listening and playing with us with the free and opportunity, and we're going to do that drawing, give that away, and then we're going to, okay, now the best game ever. This game is the one you all are going to remember because it's so much fun, all right? And we're getting ready to play our last round of bingo, and it's the big bingo, all the B's, all the I's and G's, and it's for the big gift, and so I know you're super excited about that. But before we do that, we're thinking some of you may want more blue cards, and so we're going to give you a chance to win them. And a chance to win them is going to be so much fun because we're going to give you the smallest bowl so that you have a chance to win the biggest bowl. Now, that small bowl is so cute. How many of you have a smidget? Anybody have? I'm going to pretend this is a smidget. How many of you have a smidget? Do you have a little smidget in your purse right now? Anybody? Oh my goodness, you do, you do, you do. How many of you have a smidget at home? Yep. I know I have a smidget. My mommy always uses that. I put her pills in it for her morning, her noon, and her night pills, and I just give them to her like this instead of in my hand. It just seems nice, right? I love to treat my mommy nice, and so I have a smidget for that. I have a smidget in my purse, and I use it for Tylenol, Midol, whatever you want to do inside of there. That's always nice to have. You can have one in the car. It's always nice. But you know what? Everybody needs a smidget. You need multiple smidgets. And let me just tell you, this is the best little thing you can ever have in your home. It is airtight, liquid-tight. It's the smallest airtight, liquid-tight bowl we have in the entire world, right? And I will share with you, it's a Tupperware seal. And so if you put, I don't know, if you have a really cheap date or, you're just crabby and you want to go out to Applebee's and he doesn't want to buy you a drink, you let that happen one time. Girlfriend, you go next time, you be prepared. You put your little bit of rum in here, and all he has to do is buy you a Coke, and you just pull that out of your purse, and there you go. Get your rum and Coke. You don't let that happen again. All right, girlfriend, you take care of it. Girl's got to take care of a girl. All right. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that. Well, maybe. The other thing, and you play with it like that, and they laugh, and you have a good time. The other thing you want to do is if you're traveling, how many of you realize now that really nice bottle of perfume, you can't put it on your carry-on anymore. You have to put it in the back of the plane, and you're always afraid it's going to break. Well, guess what? I've got your remedy. You take this little smidget, and you put a cotton ball down inside of there, and you spray it with your favorite perfume, and you seal it up, and it's going to last you weeks. I'm not kidding. It's going to last you weeks. You don't have to worry about that big bottle of perfume breaking on you. And I will tell you, if your big bottle of perfume happens to be at Dillard's at the mall for $80 an ounce, you go there and douse that ball. No, I wouldn't do that. No, I'm kidding. Okay, maybe not. No, I am. I'm kidding. And you just laugh, and they laugh, and it's funny. And you know what? You're going to find that they want that smidget because you're creating all the reasons why they want the smidget. And if you, the last but not least, I want to tell you, this little smidget is so fun, but you'll have this in the house. And if your husband's super crappy and he just like, give me a bowl of cereal, you go, oh, no problem. You get out your bowl. You take him a bowl of cereal. Yes, sirree. You're crabby with me. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. No. Okay, maybe. No. All right. So see how you create the energy for the smidget and say, now is your chance to win the smidget. Now don't open the smidget. If you play my game, don't open the smidget until I tell you to open the smidget because I have another deal for you. But first, I just want to find out who wants to play. Do you want to play my game? Because if you play my game, you keep the smidget forever and ever and ever. You never give me back the smidget. I don't want the smidget. You get to keep it if you play my game. Now, if you play my game, you get to win because it's like a fortune cookie. Whatever's inside of there is what you get to win. And so when you play my game, you're going to open it up and you're going to read your fortune and you get to keep it. Now, let me tell you what's in there. You could win. Sorry, try again. Means you didn't win. And you can try again. That means you get 2 smidgets, right? And that's cool. Hey, everybody wants 2 smidgets. And so if you get sorry, try again, you can try again. And maybe you can win the second time. Or you could get a smidget that says you've won an absolutely free, all expense paid Tupperware party right here again. Is that not awesome? I charge you nothing and you get to come and have a party with me. You won me for a party. I know, right? And 3 blue cards. Oh, now I know you want me more than the blue cards, but you will get 3 blue cards right now. I'm just kidding. All right. I know you don't want me. You just want the blue cards because you want to win this big bowl set. I got it. I got it. Okay. Or if you're super lucky, you could get the big winner. Okay, you've won a free Tupperware party and a gift from me. So not only did you win the big winner, you've got 5 blue cards, a free Tupperware party, and a gift right now. All right, I know, so cool, right? It's just so hard to even, it's just so exciting, right? All right, so who wants to play my game? Because you can play my game if you want to play my game. Let me just tell you, if the worst thing for you to do is to play my game and have to come back here with friends, and that's horrible, don't play my game because you could win it, okay? But if that's not so bad and you would do it if you want it, then play my game. And you just play with them and they will play. And so people are grabbing the gift smidget. Don't open it. Remember, don't open it yet. Don't open it yet. I have another deal. I have another deal. And they grab their smidgets and say, don't open it. So, okay, now, here's the deal. After everybody's had a chance to get their smidgets and wants to play the game. So you say, now, let me just tell you. And by the way, if somebody doesn't want to play the game, you're like, seriously? You don't want to win? You don't want to win? What? And you just tease them with it. And then sometimes I actually take the smidget ball and I'm like, and I'm holding it up and I go, you want to play my game? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. And they just laugh, and it's just silly, 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 silly. So then, when everybody's had their smidgets and they are ready to play the game, say, oh, wait, don't open it, because I have one more deal. If you're here tonight and say, you know what, it doesn't matter what's in here, I'm coming back. This is so much fun. I'll bring friends. I'll come back. I'll be a host. Raise your hand right now because you get a bonus blue card. Doesn't matter what's in there. I'm coming back. Then you get a bonus blue card right now. And so some of them raise their hand. Oh, cool. And that's when all of the consultants in the room are there. And so all of your workers or all the Salesforce members in the room with parties there, they have cards in their hand and they're passing out the cards to everybody that's raising their hand. Because why? Because they need to have eye contact with the person that said, yes, they'll have a party. And so they hand them the card, eye contact. And that is like flying in blood, okay, that eye contact is they're coming back, all right? And then the next thing you say, okay, open that smidget, open it up, what do you got, Ooh, cool, big winner, yay, where's the big winners, raise your hands, big winners, and they're getting 5 cards, and you're running over with a little gift for them, and that's the dating gift, okay? I know everybody gets a date party, but these people get it with bow on it. All right, so you're running it over with the dating gift, and then you also say, okay, did anybody get sorry, try again? Sorry, try again. Anybody? Oh, I'm sorry. You want to try again? Go ahead, try again. And you know what they do? They try again. And then they win parties. It's awesome, all right? And so you're going to love this, and you're going to love bingo because of the fun and the energy. And then you do the last round of bingo, all the B's, all the I's, and all the G's. And this is when we do have a master, and this is the only time we have a master. It's the only time we check the cards because all of the other stuff is tickets or it's gadgets. And this one is actually a master card is used, and it's checked. And I always tease and say, you know what, you guys all look really sweet and honest, but you could cheat. I'm like, I know you're not going to cheat, but it's just easier to make sure if we have 2 winners at the same time, we do split the deck and the highest card wins. If we have only 1 winner, we just master check it to make sure she's didn't make a mistake because it's easy when we go fast like this. And we confirm that it's a winner, and then she gets the bowl set. So simple, easy, okay? And then after we do that whole round of bingo, then we do our last quarter mania by doing a quick demo on something. And that is the one thing that maybe not be something that we're selling, or you move that up in the outline and you are done at after that game, and you do your raffles and you thank them for coming and invite them to go ahead and schedule the very next event, which will be, and you have the dates right there for them. I actually have invitations on the table printed out so they can run with them, okay? And I find that is much more effective than to kind of having a guess of when it is, all right? So we have been on for 53 minutes. I hope you've enjoyed the call. I don't know how many are you still with me. It says 11, but I just want you to know that whether you listen to this live or you listen to it later, you can feel free to ask questions, tag me in the question, and I'll help you out. But I will tell you, the most important thing you have to do is do it, all right? Because once you get it started, you'll get better and better and better at it, and you'll get more people coming into the TupperRIngo bingo, and it will become a absolute a treasured evening out for family and friends. And, this is a great way to run also fundraisers for schools. I've done bingo school, and it was for an elementary school, and all the parents came and brought the kids and they played bingo, and I gave away some free Tupperware, and they placed their orders, and a percentage of it went to the school. And you can do the fundraiser line where the 40% goes to the school, and people are still going to ask you if they could have that Wonderlier Bowl set or whatever that they saw their mother have. And you're like, absolutely, it's not the 40%, but I will definitely give you a percentage to the school. And so you can certainly purchase that. And anybody that dates a party from the TupperRIngo Bingo at the school, I also donate to the school. And it's a charity for me. So I like doing that to help out our schools or our churches. Sometimes I do missionary cupboard bingos, and so they can buy product for the missionary cupboard. Um, and, just make it work. Have fun. Do it individually. Do it in pairs. Do it in groups. Do it as a company. And just love it because it absolutely is a recruiting event. People recruit, they see the fun, they want to be part of it. They date, they see the fun, they want to do it with their friends, and of course they purchase their product for their home, and you're helping them get great products at great prices that are safe. All right. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye bye.